Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Good morning, people. I I have a lot to do today, but I really felt like I needed to get some things off my chest. Some random things happened, and I was um, appalled and offended. Um, Not really going to go into the details of that because it would kind of defeat the purpose of what I'm going to be talking about. But I'm going to tell some stories. If you can comment, please comment so I know that you're here, so I know that I can read the comments. Sometimes comments don't work. I am still in New Hampshire. This is my last day. It's actually really upsetting that I have to do this, that I feel like I have to do this. Nobody's forced me to do anything, but I feel like I have some things to get off my chest and to say about comics and about everything. I've tried to make everything public. Hopefully we can do it. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about comics. We're going to talk about holiday spirits. We're going to talk about everything that I normally talk about, as well as a few other things. And hopefully you guys will stick around to hear what I have to say. So if you don't know me, I'm Travis Gibb. Probably know me because this is only going through my network. I'm a comic creator. I am spending time with my family for the first time in a long time. And I am here in New Hampshire with my family, and I've had a great weekend. My wife came to visit me, and we went to a bar called the Gibbs Garage. And the Gibbs Garage is a Gibb family owned and operated garage. So I have a generation. Jason, how was your drinks with Colin Devonshire? We'll get to that in a minute. It's on the list of things I got to talk about. I I met with my we to my the Gib Bar, which is my cousin Neil owns it. I'm gonna post a picture of it a little bit, and it's my full family was there, which is great. Since my grandmother died, I wasn't sure that I was ever going to see my family as a whole again, so that was really really cool. They surprised me. In fact, we had the most Gibbs in that bar at any time, which was really cool. Yesterday, I hosted a comic meetup in Boston, so I had three other comic creators come out. Colin Devonshire showed up. Nathan Chu, I don't know really how to say his last name. Chio, and Craig Russell showed up. I poured a beer accidentally on Colin, which was not great. It's Sierra Florence. I don't know. I said Craig, but Sierra Florence. And I did that, and we got to meet and talk about comics, and we talked about our passions and why we do what we do. Talked about Jason Feinstone and all the great coloring work he does. I guess I've been friends for years, um, and that's such an important thing for me. Um, I've recently been getting really annoyed at various people in the industry. Well, various people in the internet. It's not necessarily the industry where they always want to put walls and barriers, whether it be a joke, whether it be whatever. They want to put walls and barriers. And if someone's offended, please be offended. But certain things are too are shouldn't be offensive to people. People so want to step on someone to get up. Colin's used to it. I've probably poured a total of a keg over him at this point. Oh, it was crazy. Like, so I'm trying to get a ginger ale for Sierra Florence, and I knock my Guinness over all over his coat, all over his mask, which Boston's very mask friendly. So it was embarrassing to say the least. And then I smelled like a brewery for my hour and a half ride home. So that sucked. Anyways, so I'm going to share a couple of things that I've been doing lately. So I helped the steak team, David Byrne and Francesca and Joel. I helped them get some store signings, and I helped them get some exclusive covers. We ended up doing 5 exclusive covers of over 500 print run, and a tour of like 12 to 13 stores. So they could kind of do a signing because Francesca's from Italy and do that stuff. And I remember telling some people and someone being like, why would you help other people? And that was really frustrating to me. Same thing with the the comic group, a lot of people were like, why are you meeting up with other comic creators? Um, some people were like, there was a person who I met who had a $20 page rate, and I immediately told them that their page rate of $20 is unacceptable. You need to go to 35, and then 50 once you have some published work, because I don't think anybody should be taken advantage of. So I'm going to give you some stories, and then I'm gonna rant about people, because I'm really sick of people who take advantage of me and then want to shit on me, or in general, people, not even just me specifically. Growing up, I came from drug and alcohol family, and they were very, very abusive and doing all sorts of stuff. But at age 12, my parents decided to split. So my mom went into the program. She went into AA. Some asked why you don't like meeting others. Yeah, some people asked why I do what I do, why I want to hold these meetings, why I want to do networking stuff, why I want to be friends with other comic creators, why, aren't they competition, or whatever the case would be. And it really pisses me off, especially when I do anthologies and I do stuff. And this rant here is hopefully going to explain why I do some of that stuff. All right. So my parents split up at 12 years old. My mom goes into AA. And my dad, who's still using, tries to make this work while still using, and my mom is not. And of course, that conflict didn't work, right? My mom doesn't want any of that. The reason why she got in the program is to protect me and my brothers. My dad is like, you were the problem. You wanted to quit. I'm ready to party. So they were like, hey, I'm going to do this. So there was an onset. At some point, my dad left. And when my dad left, I didn't know why. And my mom wouldn't tell me why. My mom had put a restraining order on my dad for something that happened. I'm sure it was justified. I'm not trying to dismiss my mom's thing. When I found out about this, I was so mad at my mother that I went to live with my dad. So I asked my dad to take me. My mom allowed that to happen under much, much protest. And it took like a long time. And I started living with my dad, but my dad was unhealthy. He is now a single guy for the first time in his life for a long time, because he was married before my mom, and he was partying, and I was on my own, and I was lonely, and I was trying to just hold my family together, because I was worried that I was going to lose my dad, because I saw him drunk and passed out on a regular basis, and having very strange people coming into the house on a regular basis. And at the same time, I'm running back to my mom's to protect my brothers, because my brothers don't know what's going on. So, and I'm sorry I'm getting a little vulnerable, but someone really pissed me off today. And I really need to share this, because they painted me in a light as a villain. And I'm not a villain in anybody's tale. And it makes me mad, because I try to do right by people on the regular basis. So fast forward, this is my life. I'm taking care of my dad. I'm taking care of my dad on the regular basis. And one time my dad goes to prison. He goes to prison for, I think it was 3 months. And I figured out how to pay bills. And I didn't know how. I am 16, maybe 17 years old. And I'm figuring out how to pay bills by my McDonald's job. I am paying light bills, trying to figure out how they do. Lights are getting shut off, but then I'm getting stuff in the mail and trying to figure it out, and going down and driving and getting these stuff paid. Not knowing how to do any of these and hiding the secrets of that. And then my dad came home from prison. Hadn't seen him in months. And of course the house is trashed. I'm a 16-year-old kid, barely fighting to have the lights on. I think we had lights, no cable. I had lost the cable. Water is kind of free here because it's all well water. So we had water. So I really just had to pay the lights. And I don't think I paid the rent. I don't think I ever figured out how to do that. But I figured out how to keep the lights on, and maybe something else. And he looks at me and says, what a fuck up you are. You trashed this house because I'm gone. I hadn't seen him in 3 months. I was starving. I was going back to places in friends' house to get food. Hadn't seen him. And it was that ingrained in me a negative sense of my value is what I can do for other people. And I use that to everyone. Every relationship that I've done, everything that I've ever done from them, is my value is defined by what I can do for other people, how I can help people out. And as I've grown, I've learned that um, that is healthy and unhealthy at the same time, right? Because that was defining my value as I was doing things. It was defining who I was by what I could do for other people and how I could lift people up. Um, but there's something pure that I learned as I've gotten older, and as I figured out that you can't do that, right? You can't just live your life being a people pleaser to others. You can't just lift other people up. I found that because I've always felt like I was a piece of shit, I have the ability to look at somebody and see their value and connect them with people and do stuff. And I know that that value is rare, and I know that not everybody has that value. Hey, Whack Comment, it's a little deep in here, so just be ready. So that's what I do. Even before I got into comics, that's what I do. I connect people and help people with any skills I have to see that I can boost them up. I have publishing friends who aren't even in comics. My friend Dave Grusher, we helped him make a website. We helped him make a thing. We helped him do Kickstarters. He now does anthologies, and he's met amazing people and done amazing things. I've connected so many anthologies for people, from Cthulhu Invades Oz to The Advocator to the Tales of the Collective, and I don't do it for my glory. It's not to help me, it's to help them. And so many people just want to use other people to build their platform, to build them to the next level. And you can tell it by their actions and their words when they're willing to take someone down for nothing, just for the shit of it. Phil, hey, what's up, Phil? Hey, what's up, Watson? And it's so frustrating to me when we're in a small little community, right? And I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. Like, I have friggin' put Marcel Dupree onto the wires and like burnt him at the stake for the dog day stuff. And I still do on the regular, because that's the negative, right? Like, when you give, and then you see someone who takes, eventually you fight back, right? So it was very frustrating this weekend when I did the stake tour. So I had people ask me, why are you helping David? Well, I'm helping David because he's my friend. Like, I'm helping him, and I got him store signings, and I got a store exclusive. Yes, I could be doing that for my own book, but maybe I don't have the same value of my own stuff. Maybe I don't have. Hey, Javi, how are you? Maybe I don't have the same value of my own work. Maybe I'm trying to test the market before I put my book out there. Maybe I just want to help my friend because I know he works really hard working at 3 jobs. My reasons are my own reasons. I don't need anybody to tell me that what I'm doing to help other people is wrong, and it's offensive to me. I don't need anybody to, if I make a joke, to use that as a platform to show that you're better than somebody else. And that's been my day to day. I woke up really excited about my meeting with Colin. In fact, Colin just messaged me, not Colin, Nathan just messaged me thanking me. I got CR Florence messaged me about meeting last night and how thankful they are for the advice, because I want to do right by people. And I want to bring as many people up as we go. But the thing about comics is, as we grow, it's like we're in high school, right? We can all be friends because, we're seniors and freshmen. That's fine. But eventually the senior class is going to go and they go to the next stuff. And that's okay. You're still in the same school. You're still doing the same stuff. You just got to figure out what that looks like. I'm sorry I ranted there. Does anybody have any questions about what stuff? I know I shared a lot of personal stuff, and I wanted to share who I am. In fact, I'm doing a book about this next year, and I'm saying it again. It's called The Impact Project, and I'm going to write every day people who've impacted me, because I think that in the world, we forget that every little thing you do impacts somebody else. And if you do right, you impact somebody. And by being petty and hateful or using any moment of weakness to exploit that person, it's not good, regardless of what you're doing. And I know these things happen. Like, anybody can have a bad day. I'm not saying anybody doesn't have the right to have a bad day, or that they make a mistake, they call somebody out and they make a mistake. But being good and being noble and being right and just trying to lift somebody up to get to that next phase is So important. And that's the reason why I do stuff like all the signings that I do, and I bring people out to the signings. That's why I do um, uh, Wonderland and Oz. It's never about me. It's about helping lift people up with me and hoping that um, that maybe something that I do right can help you do something right and help you do something better. People are so nasty sometimes, and it hurts my feelings, especially when I love those people. All right, so what are we doing? Good people are going to be good people, and people are going to be suspicious. Haters going to hate. My opinion is keep being you, and the pretty one wife are good people. So, yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate that, my man Phil. Hey, my dude. You're good people. Thank you, thank you. And it's not about being a good person. We lift each other up. We all rise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not about being a great person, because everyone gets mad. Everybody gets frustrated with where they're at. Nobody's. If you're not upset, you're stuck. But you can make a living at this, right? You can make a living at anything that you want. And I've chosen to, in this last little period of my life, chose to make a living by my art. And I haven't mastered of it. Or my bank account is fucked and trying to figure it out. But the seeds that I produced in 2018 are now producing fruit now. And I'm going to keep building that and building that up and trying to figure out what that looks like as I build to a new future in comic, because I want to at some point make this my full-time job. I don't know how to do that. No idea. But I'm going to bring as many people as I can with me because I love people. I have an absolutely love of people. You guys don't know how often I look at your Facebook posts and try to figure out what you're thinking and what you're doing, because I want to be part of your story. I want to help you. The universe, God, whatever you want to say, has put us in a path together. So how can I help you? And hopefully in turn, at some point you're like, hey, how can I help Travis? And it's not just money of backing my Kickstarters, though I really appreciate it. And we still got about 2,000 left on the current Kickstarter to get it funded. And that's another thing. Like someone like Jerome, like where I'm so scared to, help him do a Kickstarter because I don't want to let him down, because what if I let someone down? I am always afraid of letting people down. This response here is probably of my fear that I let someone down and I hurt them more than, my frustration about what people have been telling me lately. Some people don't understand at the end of the day, business is business as well. It's not about, I don't believe that business is business. I don't believe that story. Because I believe businesses, people use that to screw somebody over. They go, it's just business, man. It's just business. I don't believe in that philosophy. What I do believe in is that sometimes you can't bring someone with you to the next level. So as a web designer, I don't get mad when someone cancels their contract with me, because just that's it. They've moved on. They need someone to the next level for me, in the same level as I need to do that to other people, right? But I don't like someone who uses their platform to be about them, and everything they do is about lifting them up and getting them to the next level. What can I get from you? How can I use whatever leverage you have to build my brand? I'm not going to play that. I don't want to play that. And I'm sick of playing that. And it hurts my heart, because I don't view any of you guys as quantities and as things. I don't view people that way. And I hate people. And I'm really starting to see, I'm really starting to get hurt by people who do. And that they're quick to turn on you if they see so many likes on something. I felt it is all about balance. It is all about balance, because you do have to have a little bit of ego in this game. You do have to have a little bit of, my shit is good. My comics are good. And that's a really hard thing for me to say, but I enjoy my comics. And when I compare my comics to some other people's, some are better and then some are worse. And me being able to say that is really hard, because by me saying that or even feeling that way, it makes me feel shitty because I've said that that person's stuff is lesser than mine. When it isn't, it just may not be for me. And that's a hard reality that I still try to struggle with. What we got here, Avi? No, don't get it twisted. No way is screwing someone good for good business, but not all people understand business as well as I think they do. Sure, I could get that. The fact that you care that much about others' success is one of the major reasons why I enjoy working with you. The most Canadian American I know. That's offensive to me. I'm a Dunkin' guy, not a Tim Horton. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I've been working really hard on getting some stuff done. We just finished up the steak tour, so I'm trying to finish some last minute deadlines and getting all the steak covers and all that printed for everybody. And then if you're in South Florida, you're going to see a lot of that stuff. I made a lot of connections here in New England to do a New England tour when I get Granite State Punk up, which that'll be really cool. And again, I'm hoping to bring my New England people together, you know. Sure, I don't like Tim Hortons, a hobby. Meaning it's 24/7 deal. If you outwork people, they'll think you were screwing them. Meaning wake up and bust out something. What's up, man? Is there anything I can do to help you? Just drop me a line anytime. Hey, thanks, Kevin. Yeah. What's up, man? Hey, Joey. I'm talking about comics and I'm talking about commitment in loving people and impacting people. I told some personal stories and kind of we're going to talk about some of the other cool projects that were going on and what's going on with me. We're going to go over my stuff. But yeah, that's my story. It really, and I wanted to give you guys some insight of who I am. I, every day, love people. One of the reasons why my wife loves me is because she works in social work. And that job, and I watch it, watch the worst of humanity. She can't tell me everything because of our works and restrictions, but sometimes, you know, the stuff that she has to deal with, the evil in this world that's real. There's real evil in this world. There's actual people who are evil. In fact, I'm dealing with that in a personal life right now. I got a cease and desist from an evil person. But anyways, evil people exist. But I'm always there to tell my wife that there is good people. You know, I get so mad at someone saying that we need to add drug tests to do welfare. No. If you put drug tests when I was growing up, I would be dead. I would have had to learn to steal and stuff because some of those food stamps came to me. It got to me. And I was never a bad kid. I never used drugs. I didn't drink till I was 22. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, Kat, I have a cease and desist. I'm not going to go into details of that. But yeah, there's evil people in this world. Evil people in this world. But I'm always there for my wife and saying, you know, trying to love on somebody or giving a different point of view because I really believe that the majority of people are good. I really believe that even though that's really hard in today's society, it's really hard in a COVID world when we've seen people not be good. But I do, at the end of the day, believe that most people are good and they want what's best for people, but they've been hurt or they want to be smarter or better than the next person. So they give advice out of something that hurt them instead of the truth that comes from them. So, yeah, that's all the stuff that's going on here. That's what's going on. But let's talk about some better things real quick. First, we're going to talk about non-Travis related things, which I think are cool. I went to Jetpack Comics today, and I got Four Kids Walk Into a Bar by Matthew Argenberg 1 and 2. I've never read this book. I thought it was a crime book, and it may be, but there's aliens and shit. So I don't know what this book is about. I was lied to, but I'm super excited about it. But they're signed, which is pretty cool. See, they're both signed. Sign right there. Sign right there. Which is pretty cool. I got Pirate Queen, which is cool. I wanted to get this. I heard good things. Lock and Key. I just got excited for new comics for you. Plus a red bag. Awesome. Thank you. I got this really cool lock and key small one. So this is like a single issue with like all sorts of extras, which is pretty cool. So I'm really into lock and key. I like the series a lot, and Joe Hill's from New England, so I get a lot of cool stuff there. So I wanted to show that off. Do that. What else do I got? And let's talk about the future of some stuff. So we're about 2,000 funded for Holiday Spirit. But I also got this. Look at this. I asked the printer, because it's done, to ship it out. So Expired is done. It's in print. It's right here. It looks great. I think you'll like it. Look at the Holiday Spirits ad. So I'm going to ship these out when I get home this week. Try to get it out as quickly as possible. I'm sure Veterans Day is going to mess that up. But yeah, Expired is out and ready to ship to people. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about getting more comics to you. One of the things that I'm here to announce as well, that we just finalized, Tales of the Collective is going to be an ongoing thing. So if you have a book that you think would fit in like a Tales of the Collective, please message me. I'm going to be managing it and running it for the Collective store. So it's kind of like my advocator, but I don't want to call it that, because it's really to lift people up and to do cool things and get you in a comic store, right? Your goal should be to get in comic stores. I know some people are like, I'm happy with Kickstarter or this and that. Oh yeah, for Tales. Particularly to the book that started with the Tales. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's funny. So Tales of the Collective is going to be ongoing. So we're trying to do 5 issues. We're trying to do not 5 issues. We're trying to put 5 stories in the next issue, and then we're going to keep doing it. We're going to do 1 in March, and I think the other goal is 1 in October, which is going to be horror based. So if you have something and you want to be in a comic store and you think your stuff would be a good fit, please message me and maybe we can work something out. Again, I'm here to lift you guys up. It's the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 7 days from completion of Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. That's right. Everybody has to have the completed art, colors and everything to me in the next 7 days. Most people already have it. There's still a couple of stuff. You are a good dude. Michael Watson, you don't even know how good of a dude I am. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. This is just for Watson. So on my vacation, I brought these babies because I am writing a single issue and it's almost done. It's almost finished for Michael Watson's comic. So I'm hopefully going to send that to him probably tomorrow, which is really, really, really cool. So I'm probably going to send that to him tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I've been working on, I've got all my hotshot issues and I've been researching and making sure it's right. I've got the first draft of his script completely done. And then I'm going to get that out to him. And I don't know when, he's got such a deadline, everything's changing over there, but we'll go ahead and get that in. And check out, I think it's Emerald Green is the name of the book. Check. Is it Emerald Green? Green Emerald? What's the name of the book, Watson? Send the link in the thing. But he's got a Kickstarter right now for FSK. I'm so happy. I was so worried about him. Emerald Quest. I was so worried about Mr. Watson. He got sick during COVID, and I was so worried about him. But let's show this one. So fskgo.com. Go ahead and back that book. I'm going to back it. It looks awesome. The art, the whole team over there is great. I love working with Michael Watson. Again, he's someone who lifts up the community, does what's right. All right. So let's talk about the Tales of Collective in case you don't know. I don't know if I have another copy here. Let me see if I have a copy here so I can kind of talk about it with it in my hand. All right. So what we do with the collective. So this is the Tales of Collective. This is issue 1. so what this book is it's a bunch of short stories that are connected to existing universes. So it's got Capable of Voodoo Nation, Syrian Tales is coming out, and Final Growth. So what we're looking for is 5 to 10 page stories in an existing universe, either something that has been kickstarted that you want to continue on, or something that you want to kickstart in the future and you want to kind of get a little bit of clout for it. Like you kind of want to build a brand. So you're hoping that this will help you build your brand. The payment of it is you get 10 per cover we print. So last time everyone I think got 50 books, which is pretty good. So that's what we do. And then we print it out. But the other things that people don't think about is you get the payment of the books, but you also get the digital version to help on your Kickstarters. You also get in a store. There's a store in Orlando, The Collective, that's a very decent sized store that is now going to sell your book. So a whole bunch of people in Orlando is going to get it. So that's extra enticing if you are not in Orlando to get it. But if you want to just do it in horror anthology, Band of Brothers, it's more of a Twitter thing, but Band of Brothers is a great comic company. They've got a horror anthology that's coming up. That's really, really good that you guys should pick up. So that's that. What else is going on? All right. Cosmic Desert just funded, which is my friend Joe Quinn. So congratulations to him. I'm going to share this. Let's share. Yes, they are, Phil. They are great people. Holiday Spirits is live. If you guys haven't backed it, we're at 189 backers. We are almost at 6,000. We need another 2,000 to go, basically. 2,050. And really, we need about probably 2,500 to 300 factoring in drop pledges and stuff when it gets close to the end. So we've got a long way to go. But we're doing great. This book is a really cool anthology that Jerome put together. It's about the holiday spirit. So, you've got the Futures Past. It's Days of Futures Past. X-Men. You've got the past, the spirit of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas future, ghost of Christmas present. But all of them kind of telling a Crypt Keeper tale of stuff, so they're telling like the Crypt Keeper thing. So there's some cool stuff here. So definitely check it out. Retail bundles, all sorts of really cool art. I got a story in there. We've got this guy right here is Michael Yaktas, which I don't know at all, but apparently he does Department of Truth colors. What the hell? Kurt Belcher, Richard Alvarez. We did Reapers together. This is Colleen and Jesus, Colleen Douglas. They have been fantastic over in England. We've got Robbie Bragnon and Ronnie Lecasafair. I don't know that guy at all, but I do know Robbie. He does some great stuff. We got C.R. Russell and Nathan did this, who I just met with him last night. And then wrapping it all up, we got Jonathan Hendricks and the whole team of The Recount doing a book. So it's a pretty cool book. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Well, Eric Calco's running, and he's down with COVID. He's down with COVID? Really? I did not hear this. Let's bring up Blister and see how it's doing. I was an early backer. I love punk rock. So for me, this book was a no-brainer. He looks like he's doing okay. He'll probably fun, but he is close to doing stuff. Let's see what we can do to help him out. Let me get the share screen out. So if you like punk rock, definitely check out Blister. It's a punk rock memoir. This is the trade paperback. It's pretty cool. Little cartoony, but it's got a kind of like it's not even here. If you like SLC Punk, can't only wait. Scott Pilgrim, that's what I'm saying. Got a kind of a Scott Pilgrim vibe. Oh, he took all the cool stuff. It's just a really cool book. It's very rock, very, very cool stuff. There's a friggin' music track here. I don't know if you can hear this. So, it's got all sorts of really cool stuff that you're not going to get anywhere else. So definitely check it out. You get a friggin' VHS thing. It's so good. So good. So check that out if you haven't had a chance. He's good people. I like his book. I highly recommend it. If he's got COVID, he's not going to be able to promote it. So let's get up. Hey, Steve, how are you? So that's it, man. Thank you guys for listening to kind of my life story a little bit. I appreciate the ability to be vulnerable. I feel the world as a whole isn't vulnerable enough. We're so focused on doing our stuff. Travis, a good people excited for 2020. What you're doing? Thanks, man. Thanks, Tyler. Um, we're so focused on our own thing, and we're so focused on our little bubble, and how if something hurts our little bubble, we've decided that everything's an enemy, and it's just not like that. The world's not like that. We went and talked about my dad, but my dad was going through losing his family as someone who's grown up and then got a divorce himself. It's the hardest thing to go through. So yeah, he did me wrong, and I was a kid and I should have been taken care of, and yeah, it fucked me up. But no different than my mom going into AA and splitting up my family. It was for the right reasons, but it fucked me up. And that's the little things that we can do in the world can fuck somebody up. And I'm just as guilty as doing it to somebody as enough because we don't know what we're doing. But if we don't look at a situation and take it at face value and give someone grace, then we are worse than the person who did the action, right? If someone said something negative on my Facebook and if I look at it and go, maybe I should give that person grace, or maybe I shouldn't give that person grace. If I don't take a minute to make that decision and just respond with anger and frustration, I'm no better than the person who caused the hurt in the first place. I'll watch the replay, buddy. You can always watch the replay, Steve. Always watch the replay. But I'm here. So I did want to say that too. I'm here for each and every one of you guys. If any of you guys need anything, I'm not always the best at getting back to people or helping do stuff. But if you hound me, I'm not saying that hound me because of stuff. I have 2 kids. I have two jobs. I have a web design company. I have the comic company. I run multiple projects. If you need me, please, please, please message me. Especially if it's something that's not going to invest my stuff. I don't have time to be someone's counselor and to be someone's ear forever, but I do have the ability to talk to you and to give you some insight, maybe have you look at it from a different point of view. That is Mr. Scam Likely. Whoever Scam Likely is, they call me on the regular. I want to make a book called Scam Likely. I think it would be a great book. I don't know what it is, but it would be really good. All right, you guys still there? Sorry, I lost you for a minute. Oh my God, I can't see my face. All right, sorry. Happy to help connect. That's awesome. Cat, like I said, if you need anything, I can't wait to play with Cthulhu very soon. We're all dysfunction, all sins. The Bible says love conquers fear, and the most familiar from fear is some negative. See, the problem is I think we use fear as a weapon, biblically, if we want to talk biblically for a second, fear biblically was like, hey, you should fear for the Lord. But we've decided that because Jesus came back die for our sins, we no longer fear anymore, which is not what it says in any way, shape, or form. In fact, he tells you you're going to go through hardships and stuff like that, but people don't want to listen to that part. They just want the positive. They just want the Jesus saved me and I'm better because of it. But yes, there's truth in that, and there is truth and insight that God can help and all that. You always give the best advice too. You're one of the kindest persons I know. Thanks, man. I don't know about all that, but let me see if I can see any more posts. I want to make sure that it didn't change. But yeah, I think we're good. But that's what's going on. If you have a chance, please leave a comment, leave a stuff. Yeah, someone really got me going today because uh, I feel like everything I do to help people is under scrutiny. I was just listening to an interview with a famous musician, and he was talking about how they made an announcement of how much money he made, and all of his friends stopped reaching for their wallets when it was time to pay the bill because of the money that he made. And he's like, it hurt him. And it's not because he doesn't mind paying. It's not about that. It's not about not being able to pay. It's that they now decided that it's not worth it. A lot of times I'll buy someone's comic from them directly, even though they would give it to me for free, because I want them to know that I value your thing. Your thing is valuable to me. So show that value, and that's an easy way to show value. Just because you can get something for free um, doesn't mean that you shouldn't pay for it if you can. That doesn't mean that should just take it. Don't just take. We have enough takers in the world. Be a giver. Show impact. Every interaction you have in your world is going to affect you in some way or level. Especially if you meet that person on a regular basis. So you see someone on a regular basis. So let's say an ex girlfriend of mine, right? I had dated them for 3 years. All right. So those 3 years, I decide what's impactful for that. I decide. And people forget about that. It's not about the experience, it's just I decide what was impactful for that. So if I choose only the negative of that relationship, I carry that weight on to the next relationship and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Or I can choose the good things and carry that on. Or I can meet somewhere in the middle and be like, you know what, there was some negative experiences, but maybe I can take some of those and realize what I'm doing wrong in the next future. The husband that I am to my wife Heather is not the husband she would have got if I met her sooner. And I wish I could have met her sooner. I wish I could have loved her longer and harder forever and ever and ever because she's my everything, and I want everything good to happen to her. I do my best to give her everything she needs within my power because I love her so much and she's made my life so much better. Um, and I just wish that I had more time to do that. Right? I wish I had more time on this earth to do that. I wish I could meet her sooner, but I needed to go through a lot of those things to be the husband that I am now, so I can protect that, so I can make that relationship healthy and safe for her. So I don't know. That's a rant, another rant, a little bit more insight and rants. But yeah, that's what's up. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. If there's anything I can do, like I said, let me know. I'm here for you. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I've got a whole bunch of posts and stuff. You guys will probably see me in your feeds, and I'll be sharing my Kickstarters and all that shenanigans. But I love you guys. Take care of each other. Love each other, and please show grace. Don't exploit a situation where you felt hurt and use that to stick to somebody forever and ever and ever because you decided that you want to be the stronger and better person. It's not cool. It's not fun. And it's not classy. Um, then it doesn't give any party the right to do for either of that. It doesn't give you the right to do that. Doesn't mean what they did was wrong. But if you define the relationship by that one thing and you decide to go to a little war on that, it's just not cool. It's not fun. Um, just help people. And I'm gonna help people. And if you do right by me, I think I posted this the other day. If you do right by people and you take care of people and you do good, I'm going to bring you to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. I'm going to bring you as far as I can with them. I think if you do wrong by people, I'm not going to. Simple as that. You're out. And it's not because I just don't have time. I don't have time to watch my back. That doesn't mean you can't make mistakes. But if I see wrong, I just can't do it. Hey, Mike, you might want to watch the replay. I ranted a little bit, talked about love. Love you guys. God bless. See you guys soon. You guys will be getting emails from me very soon about my Kickstarters. If you're on my email list, I'm going to talk about the Substack coming up and all sorts of really cool things. And again, Tales Collective Season 2 is coming. We're going to be working on that. Just got some stuff. Love you guys. Peace. Take care of each other. Keep getting comics. But thanks, man. Thanks, Phil. I really appreciate that. I'm here. Do right. Do good. Talk to you later. Bye.